Welcome everyone to our second card discussion video on the new cards in the Shark and Rio Duelist pack.
Again, this was a Duelist pack that was released in the OCG back in October 2013. We'll probably be getting these cards as a collector's tin, probably sometime in the middle of 2014 or so.
So look forward to that.
So
Got some pretty awesome Xyz monsters, I'd say.
yeah, and that's what we're planning on going over today. We have two numbers and then the two monsters from the new full armored archetype. Both of those are based off when Shark used the full armored Xyz trap card on his respective Xyz monsters in the anime.
So let's get to it. Number 73.
Number 73 and number 94. Number 73 is Abyss Splash. Number 94 is Crystal Zero.
They're pretty similar.
Yeah, they're basically their summon condition is exactly the same, and they basically have opposite effects.
They both require 2 level 5 water type monsters to summon.
They're both Water Warriors, rank 5. Abyss Splash is a little bit more attack, 2400 versus the 2200 of Crystal Zero. But basically, their effects are, during either player's turn, Abyss Splash can double his attack until your opponent's end phase.
But then your opponent takes half as much battle damage.
Or you have Crystal Zero, who during either player's turn you can detach a material, target another monster on the field, and have that target's attacked until your end phase.
So, I think we have discussed this before, so when we kind of thought that number 94 was a little bit more usable.
It's a little more versatile, one, because it doesn't change any of the battle damage for the rest of the turn. Abyss Splash,
Well, it does only change the battle damage that
from itself, but the whole
attacking.
point of summoning a monster with that you can double its attack is usually just to deal more damage.
Although,
usually.
I mean, yeah, you could be using it to like get over like a really strong monster. Like what do you say? It had 4800. You could ram into most things and just destroy them. Yeah.
But Crystal Zero has pretty much the same sort of feasibility. If you summon it, you can have an opponent's monster's attacks. You can still get over that monster.
Yeah, so anything with 4400 attack or less, Crystal Zero would be able to get over. And that can also help deal more damage, or it can help get another one of your monsters to where it could attack over it.
So basically, it's kind of an aggressive versus a responsive playstyle. Abyss Splash is better if you want to go in for the attacks on your turn, because its effect, since its attack gain ends on your opponent's end phase, though you can use it on either player's turn, you're probably going to want to use it on your turn, so you can attack with it.
And then you can keep your 4800 until your opponent's
end phase. Crystal Zero lasts until the end of your turn. So you're probably not going to want to use it on your turn. You're probably going to preferably use it on your opponent when they summon a monster and try to attack you.
And since they'll likely try to summon a monster with more attack, you'll hit that monster, it'll have less attack, and then hopefully your Crystal Zero will be safe for the turn. But I guess Abyss Splash would be better in the sense that you'd have 4800 attack, and likely your opponent wouldn't have a monster to get over that, as opposed to Crystal Zero. It still has 2200 attack, so if they have more than one monster with 2200 attack, they'll be able to get over it more likely than not.
True. But the other feasible thing about Crystal Zero can protect your other monsters. If your other monsters are getting attacked, Abyss Splash can't do anything if they're not attacking you.
That is true as well.
But basically, they're two monsters that have their pros and cons. It depends on your playstyle, really.
Yeah. Okay, and then next we have Full Armored Crystal Zero Lancer.
Full Armored Crystal Zero Lancer. It's a rank 6 Water Warrior with the same stats as Crystal Zero, 2200 attack, 1600 defense. It can be regularly summoned using 3 level 6 water monsters, but the way you're going to summon it is through its effect. Most likely. And its effect is you can Xyz summon it using a rank 5 water Xyz monster.
So, your Crystal Zero, your Abyss Splash, your Freezadon, your number C101.
Those are pretty much the targets as of right now. And its effect, and this is kind of like an alternative to Gaia Dragon if you have one of those 4 monsters and you want to move it up. But it gains 500 attack for every material attached to it, and then if it were to be destroyed, you can detach a material instead. And then its last effect is once per turn you can detach a material and negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls until the end of that turn.
So very, very powerful effects. It can prevent its destruction up to as many times as you have
materials which
if
if you summon it right off the bat from summoning a Freezadon or a Crystal Zero, you're going to have 3 materials. So you're going to have 3,700 attack and the ability to not be destroyed 3 times.
And then, of course, you could use your number 101 into C101. That could get you a lot of materials, because C101 can absorb all of your opponent's special summon monsters.
And that would give you a base of like 4. And if you used Chaos 101's effect at all, you're going to have even more materials. So you're going to have a beastly monster that's not going away anytime soon unless it gets hit with something like a Compulse or a Dimensional Prison.
Yeah, so very, very powerful card, very, very usable.
Mm-hmm. And then it also, that effect where it can just negate the effects of all your opponent's face-up monsters until the rest of the turn. That's really useful.
It helps against like responsive effects.
Mm-hmm.
Helps against like Marshmallow, who protects itself.
Mm-hmm.
From destruction by battle.
There are a few other feasible rank 5 Water Exceed monsters you could use. One of the new ones they just announced that Chaos 103 was going to be in Primal Origin. That's a target you can use, and you could also feasibly use Ice Princess Zeriort. But considering that's a rank 5 monster that requires 2 level 5 winged beast monsters, you're not likely going to be summoning that, and if you do, you're going to want to keep it most likely.
Yeah.
But that's about it. And then finally we have the other full armored. We have full armored Black Ray Lancer, and it's a very similar card. It's water beast war. It is actually water, unlike its regular counterpart.
Yeah, which does kind of prevent it from using Black Ray Lancer for.
Yeah. It's rank 4. It has the same stats as Black Ray Lancer, 2100 and 600. But again, it has the effect where you can Exceed summon it using a rank 3 Water Exceed monster that has no materials, which is one of the easiest setups for any kind of Exceed monster there is, thanks to Bahamut Shark.
Yep, you just detach your material from Bahamut Shark, bring out your...
You have a rank 3 water monster without a material, just right there.
And you just go ahead and full armor rank it up.
And then it gets 200 attack for every material that's attached to it. And if it were to be destroyed, you can attach all the materials instead.
So not as
it's a little more limited, but then again, it is significantly easier to summon.
And then its other effect is you can target a spell or trap card your opponent controls and destroy that when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle.
Yeah.
So that's a continuous effect. If you can get this card, like maybe use an Aqua Jet on it, help boost its attack a little bit. This could very easily get out over a lot of your opponent's monsters and destroy their spell and trap cards pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, is that a once per turn effect, or is that any time it destroys by battle?
It's just when it destroys an opponent's monster by battle.
So if you're able to attack more than once,
say with like a Shark Fortress or something like that,
yeah, then you'll be able to target more than one spell and trap card and destroy them, which is actually pretty easy. You could very easily get a Shark Fortress and a full armored Black Ray Lancer out at the same time on the field.
Very easily, considering how easy full armored Black Ray Lancer is to get out. It's very feasible to get it.
And especially with the new effect monsters in this set, I mean, you have your Saber Shark, which can help bring out a level 5 or level 3.
Sadly, Saber Shark wouldn't work for Shark Fortress, because Shark Fortress is dark.
That is true. But, what is it, DNA Transplant, change them to dark type, or dark attribute, there you go. Then you have to destroy your DNA transplant. Although, wait, no, because you cannot, what is it, Saber Shark requires you to summon water monsters if you use its effect.
And that calculates it while it's in the extra deck, not while it's on the field.
Shucks.
But,
come on, I wanted to use a random DNA transplant play.
Yeah, Full Armor Black-Gray Lancer. It's a very nice one. It gives you a really fairly consistent spell and trap destruction, and it's really easily summoned. Because you could you can feasibly use Bahamut Shark, or if you have it set up, you can use 3 level 4 water monsters, which is fairly easy to do thanks to Silent Angler.
Yeah.
So you can, summon it that way, and
but
then
I'm thinking,
27.
But I'm thinking more likely than not, you're probably going to want to just go for your Bahamut Shark, bring out a level 3, and go ahead and rank up into this full armor Black-Gray Lancer.
Another thing, feasibly you can use other ways of getting rank 4s out, or rank 3s out. For example, Leviathan Dragon's really easy to resummon from the graveyard, things like Masked Chameleon. Because it has 0 defense. Do be careful though, don't go thinking you can use Acid Golem for this. Acid Golem does prevent itself being used for a summon too. So
because everybody, including us, always forgets that you can't special summon with Acid Golem on the field.
And like I said, it does include using itself for a summon. So
I don't think we realized that for the longest time.
No. But I think that's about it.
Yep. That is it for the Xyz monsters in the set, and as we mentioned in the effect monsters, we will be having one more video discussing a couple Magic and Trap cards in this set that are new.
Didn't really fit with either of the other 2 videos. And also, make sure you guys let us know if you enjoyed this new format. We're kind of experimenting. This is a little easier on us in terms of recording. But let us know how you like it.
Alright, we will see you for the next video.